hello everyone. This lesson we're going to talk about parallelograms and trapezoids and their areas. So let's look at the area of a parallelogram. There should be a review. We have base of B. Both bases, the parallel sides, this is parallel to this, and they're the same length. This side is parallel to this side, and they're the same length. The height is the vertical distance across. It must be at a right angle. It is not this slant height. Okay? Now, what happens if we take this little triangle right here and chop it off and put it right there? Well, if we take this away and we add this on, we added what we took away, so the area should be the same. In this case, this is now H, because we took that triangle and just slid it all the way over. Okay? So now that's H. And so our area is the same as the area of a rectangle, BH. Okay? The most important thing is to always list your H and B on a problem, because the most common mistake is accidentally taking the wrong dimension, especially the slant height. You get to some more advanced problems, you might have to find that vertical height. So that is the area of a parallelogram. Let's look at the area of a trapezoid. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with one and only one pair of parallel sides. These bases are parallel. How are we going to find the area of that? Well, I want you to do a little experiment with me. I want you to take a piece of paper, and actually 2 pieces of paper, and cut out a trapezoid. Exactly the same on both pieces of paper. When I separate the pieces of paper and turn one over, I think you can see, do it the right way, that my machine's flipping out here, that is going to make a parallelogram. Okay? Now, it's not going to let me attach those to the board. But 2 trapezoids that are identical will make a parallelogram. So, let's look at the red one, and let's say that this is B1, but this one was also B1 because they're identical. This was B2, and that has to be B2 because they were identical. We just cut out 2 and we flipped them next to each other. And here's our vertical height H. Well, if that's a parallelogram, we did on the last slide, the area of a parallelogram is equal to the base times the height. But what's the base on this parallelogram? Aha! On this parallelogram, the area is equal to B1 plus B2 times H. So that is the area of that parallelogram. But the area of the trapezoid isn't the area of that parallelogram. What is it? You're right, it's the half of that, because we took 2 trapezoids and put them together. Remember? We took 2 trapezoids and we put them together. So the area of the trapezoid that we started out with is half of that. And that is where we get the area of the trapezoid. That's one way to prove it anyhow. There are other ways. Okay, but that's my favorite way of showing it. And that is the area of the trapezoid. It's 1/2 of the sum of the bases, which is the average of the bases, times the height. Okay? Let's look at a couple problems. And get rid of that. Okay. Here's a trapezoid on the roof. I think this, okay? We have a base of 77 feet, a top base of 31 feet, and a vertical height of 25. Notice that I have pulled that information into my word problem nice and clearly in a box. I want you to do that in all your work. We put down the formula, and then we're going to use direct substitution. You know the drill. I want to see the data, I want to see the formula, I want to see the direct substitution with units. 1/2 the base 1 plus base 2 times the height. We plug in our 31 feet, our 77 feet, and our 25 feet. Let's look at this with unit analysis, not just the numbers. 31 plus 77 feet, 31 feet plus 77 feet is 108 feet. Times the 25 feet. No, I made a typo here. This is 25 feet. Okay? Times 25 feet equals 1350 feet squared. Okay? And of course we need 1/2 of that. Which comes out to 1350, 1,350 feet squared. 1/2 of 108, 54 times 25 is 1350. The feet times the feet make my feet squared. Looking for an area, you better have square units. You better have multiply the length times the length. Okay? Think about that. Repeat that video if you need to. Okay, let's look at one more slide, and this is actually your first homework problem. Sketch the quadrilateral and find its area. This is the first problem on your homework. You have a base of 20 meters and a height of 9 meters. I want you to do that for your homework. I want you to pause the video, and when you're done with it, I will pop up the answer so you can check it. And there's the solution. Notice that I have my data over here. I have my formula. I have my units. And I've answered the question completely. Okay? Now let's look at this one. This one's a little different. And what is different about this one? Well, we're given the area and the bases, and we're asked to find the height. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to start with our formula. Area equals 1/2 B1 plus B2 times H. Now let's pull out our data. B1 equals 12 inches. B2 equals 18 inches. And the area equals 1,080 inches squared. Put down your formula, direct substitution. You should know how to do this. 1,080 inches squared is equal to 1/2 of 12 inches plus 18 inches times your H. I want you to copy that down on your homework page, and I want you to finish solving that for your homework. And that's your second problem of your homework. That's all I have for you today in this video. Thank you.